All right, I'm going to keep it going with Hotel California today. We got Glenn Fry's rhythm parts. We did a lot of finger picking, and we had a Joe Walsh solo. We're now into the second verse with some strumming of these chords instead of finger picking. So we're going to go. Okay, so that's the first chords with their strumming. So we have 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. So we hold that first one, the whole first beat, and the first 16th note of the second beat. So it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. And then we're to the B7, we have 1 E and a 2 E, a 3. So that was 1 E and a 2 E, a 3. So they're all a little different. The D sus, we got 1 E and a 2 E, a 3 and a 4 and. So that was 1 E and a 2 E, a 3 and a 4 and. C sharp minor 7 flat 5, 4 2 with opens underneath is 1 and a E and 3. So move to the C, we got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. So that was the same as the E minor strum. Same thing for G here. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. Now the A minor 7 actually always through the song goes 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. That's kind of the only one you can look at to never change. And then the B7 is 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay, so let's look from the C there. We got. Okay, then we're into the chorus. Chorus is going to go C. So that was 1 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 3. Now B7, 1 E and a 3, a 4 and a. So slightly different there. 1 E and a 3, a 4 and a. Then we have E minor, 1 E and a 3, 4 and. So that was. And I'll have all these marked out on the tab, so check that out. I'll just put the chord on top of the measure and then put the strum that goes with that in there. So here we're to the C, we have. Okay, so those are a little different. So the C is 1 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. That was kind of one of your basic ones. And then this one's a little different. 1 E and a 3, a 4 and a. And then we're moving to a straight A minor here. So 1 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a. And then on this B7 here, we're going to have just the bottom 4 strings. Going to kind of go with the last beat, 4 E and so we're going to the 1 open open there. So it's. Now we have a verse with more finger picking. Okay, so most of these are going to play out the same. This first one's a little different, like the others are kind of different. So it's play the E minor chord and then. So that was 5th string to 3rd, 4th to 2nd, and then 4th to 3rd to 1st, and then your typical open to 2 and open there. So, and then this one plays out the same as most of them do. Same here. But this one might be a little different. Has 2 little G strings there. C's the same. Now this one's gonna have. It's gonna strum the bottom of the chord there. So most of those are the same. Take a look at the other lesson if you want a more slowed down, detailed look at that. Now moving on, the next verse we have strumming again. We're gonna go. So it's 1 and a 2 E and a 3, 4 and a. We go to the B7. We got 1, a 2 E, a 3. Typical there. Now the D sus with that open. 1 E and a 3, 4 and a. Moving here we got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. So that was 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. C chord. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and G. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. And then we have that drive in A minor 7. Now this last B7. 1 and a 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a. Okay, then we're back into a chorus. And the choruses play out about the same. B7 is going to be. See? That was a little different on that A minor. 1 E and a E, a 3 and 4 and. Just kind of play that chord there. I'm not even doing the 2 on the bottom, just those 4 strings. Next verse, more finger picking. And each time we got little subtle variations, you know. So that one kind of had a little more open strings down there. So the 2s are all on that D string on this one. And this one's a little different for the B7. It's got little extra notes at the end there. And the D is a little different. Really the only thing that's different is we kind of go to the 2 there instead of hitting 2 3s. That's how we usually do it, so. And then that's a new one for this. 4, 2, O, little O, second string, 2, O, open. And then the C is a little different. So it's 3, 2, O, 2, 3. So it comes right back. Open, open, G to E. 3 to open there, and then that one goes all the way to the 1 down there. So. And now this one is going to go. So we got 2 on the 5th string, 2, open, open, 3 open on the B, 2 open on the G, little 3 there. And then this one. So open, 2, O, little open to the 1, and then open, open, 2 open, big open. So it's. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, open, 2, 2. Now strumming in the next verse. So that was a little different. 1 E and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and then 1 E and a 3 and a 4 and then we have 1 E and a E, a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a E and 3. 1 E and a 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. Driving that one. Now this B7. Okay, and then we're into the solo. The solo section is going to kind of repeat the same rhythm. So let's look at that. We got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E, a 3. Regular D. 1 E and a 2 E, a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a E and 3. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a Okay, and then just keep repeating that little solo rhythm part. So I'm going to move on to some fills now. Okay, so Joe Walsh has a great part that goes, on the verses it goes. Okay, so we have the B power chord, 2 2 4 4, chick kick, chick kick, chick kick, and we go to the F sharp, chick kick, chick kick. That's the A, and then E. And there's one track of him just doing that all through the verses, just the chick kicks to make it sound kind of reggae. So once again, we had, that was B, F sharp, A, E, G, D, E, F sharp. Okay, so that's fairly easy. Once again, we got 3 and 4 and. Okay, we're going to move on to some harmony fills coming up. So on the second verse, we're going to start out with this little double thing here. We got 4 and 3 on the G and B strings. We got, and then down to 3 and 2, and then the 2s, and then 6 and 4 in the D and G, and then 5 and 4. And of course, these are on electric guitars, 4 and 2. So the fourth beat of that one hit the 5 and 4 to the 7 and 5. And then we're gonna have bend that 4 and 3 and the D and G up and down. And then we got, takes us into the chorus there. So that was 2 on the big one. 1, 2, 4, 5. So 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. And then you have that little riff. So that was 11 and 10. 12s and back, slide those 12s into 14s, back to 12s, 11 and 10, so it's. Okay, then the next one, we wait for the B minor chord, we go. So that was 2, 4, 5 on the A, and then 2, 4, 5 on the D. Okay, this one's gonna go. So that's 14 and 15 on the G and B. We hammer into that 16 twice. Back to the lower chord. Slide the 16 down, so it's. Hit the 7 and 7 on the G and B. Then you have a little 8, 7 to the 7 on the second string, so it's. Then the next verse comes in a little bit different. We got. So that was 4 and 3, and then the 6 and 5 bent up and down and went down to the 3, 2. So it's. Twos, and then 6 and 4. Same thing there to the 5, 4, and the 4, 2, 5, 4, 7, 5. Got that 4, 3 up and down. Little walk up here. We got. So that was 4 and 3 to 5 and 4, 8 and 6, and then we start a new thing. So that was 4 and 3, then we got the 15 on the second string, 14, 13, 14, and then 3 and 2. That was 14 on the second to 14, 13, 14. Then we got the 2s. That was 14 on the second to 12, 11, 12. Then we got 4 and 6. That was 12 to 12, 11, 12, and then 5, 4. 16 on the G, 15s, 14s to 15s, so. 4 and 2. That was 10 to 10, 9, 10. And then 5, 7. That was 12 on the G. 12, 10, 12 on the B. Little half stepper on the 14. 12, 14. Then we got. So that was 1, 1, 2, 4, 5. You're back into a chorus. So here we have a rake, raking down to that 10. We have a bend up and down on the 9, 7, bend the 9 to the 10, and then that's when it hits a little pinch harmonic on that half step bend right there. Then you also have a. So that one just went 2, 4, 5, 2, 4 to pull off to the open, to the 5. And then you have a way up on the 22nd fret. I'm going to do it here on the 10th. We got. So that'll be on your very highest fret. You'd bend it up on the 2nd string, hit the one below it twice, bend it up and down, go down there to the what would be your 19th fret, and then bend that one there. That'd be the 21st. Okay, then the rest kind of plays out the same. We got. That one's a little different. So that one had the 14. So this was 12, 12, 11, 12, little 12. And then we got this one we got right before the solo. 4, 3, and 5, down 1 and back. You got your solo starting right there. Okay, so that's about it for the fills. That's kind of part 2 of Hotel California. I'll probably get back into the leads again. I've done that before, but probably get them a little more accurate this time. Try to get some tones sounding good. So we'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks a lot. Hotel California, Eagles, great stuff. Peace out.